What do we got here? The Mantis. Reate Mantis. Alvin Lee design. Ooh, baby. Yeah, I saw this on White Mountain Knives and I go, yeah, I'd like to get this in my hands. Always liked Reate knives. Good quality knives, really interesting. Probably some of the finest production knives in the world. And wow, look at that. Yeah, this is the high-end one, or one of the high-end models that's got the zircuti and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, zircuti accents, etc. Let's go to the desktop and take a closer look. Let's have a closer look at this little baby doll. This is way cool. The Mantis. And I guess this, I haven't broken the seal on it, but I imagine microfiber cloth and this and that. Let's see if I can get in here without messing everything up. Of course! Rip the paper. Oh, yeah, there we go. Complete destruction. Microfiber cloth. What else we got in here? Ooh, we got washers and screws and stickers and all that. So let's set that aside. And underneath there, what do we have? Let's check this out. Reate knives. And this is the Elmax hand-rubbed zircuti Alvin Lee. 24 of 25? What? Wow. I didn't realize that. 20, 25, 10 of 20. Really? Is that right? Does that sound right to you? That you would think they'd make more than 25 of these. I'll have to check that out a little closer. Oh, here's the little tool here. And let's see how we get that popped out here. Okay. Now, there's the Mantis. There's the tool. Oh, okay. So that's what comes into this so that you can turn this, and it has to fit just, and of course I'm doing this through the camera lens, right? Now, come on, come on. Now, look at these little areas where these three slots. Now look at how wide they are. Look at how thin they are on this side. See? A lot thinner. And so it's made to fit on the back side, not on the front side. Okay. You learn, right? You live, you learn. Okay, so that's the tool for that. Fits in here. See, fool around long enough, maybe your brain will connect and you'll figure it out by looking. Yeah, the little areas between the slots, very much thinner than here. They're quite a lot thicker here. Zircuti on these accents, and the clip, backspacer, all that. And then this is that hand-rubbed blade. And look at that, right? Okay, so I think they had some that were in the 3-something range that were the standard, and then it moved up. And here's this thing off of Crane Cutlery because they are really the Reate people. And this is Zircuti, Elmax, hand rubbed, all that. Zircuti, Chad Nichols Zircuti. And 3.5-inch blade, 8.2 overall, 4.9. And then this is where I actually got it from, is White Mountain Knives. And there were only so many, apparently. And yes, it is. Okay, so let's take a look at the knife a little bit more closely. Feels good in the hand. Yeah, you can move right up on that blade. And so this is not a frame lock per se, is it? Now, it is definitely skeletonized up in this area. And then you've got little screws here. Well, okay, there's no screws. I mean, there's no, hardware showing here. So the disassembly would occur right here, and that maybe a number 5 here, etc., etc. You'd need to get you one of these where the tip is long enough to get down in there and do that, I guess. But you undo this, and then where you go from there, I don't know. I guess it's here and here. This is 24 of 25. Okay, and then here it says Alvin Lee. So wow, I didn't realize it was this exclusive, shall we say? And the drop is really nice. Wow. I'm sure it'll be worth 3 times what I paid for it very soon. Just kidding. Knives are never a growth investment, but they're better than, your wife who's buying stuff at some mall decorative item store and she spends $50 on something to sit on the shelf, and then 3-5 years later in the garage sale it's worth 50 cents, right? $50 to 50 cents. This may not be 527 a year from now, but it may be at least 427 or something like that. So yeah, I mean, they don't lose their value as badly. And this one flicks out very nicely. Interesting. Somebody, I remember. Melissa Backwoods she had one of these. She did a YouTube short and was talking about it, and really had said this was kind of odd as far as being able to finger flick. You can, but I mean, she was kind of like, when you have this kind of, it scoops out like this, it's not as easy to engage with your finger, okay? It could slip very easily. So she was saying she does this, right? And yes, of course. But you can do this, but you really have to come from straight under it instead of kind of back and up. Because back and up, it's sliding there. You almost got to go straight underneath it and be pretty intentional. Yeah, it's not the same as a standard thumb stud. That would have been easier to flick, but it wouldn't have been as exotic looking. I mean, this is pretty crazy cool. It's centered, do you have any lock, rock, or blade play on there? Well, no, Clem, I don't think we do. Not for that price, better not be. And there's your lockup, about 30%, something like that. Take a look around. Not really bunches of jimping or anything. This is really going to be more of a show knife, right? But there it is, blade to handle length. Just tucks right into that. Beautiful design. Sheep's foot. Will the knife be a knife? And can I find a piece of paper that's, I don't even know what the hell this is. I have no idea. But it's gone now. It's gone now. Oops. Oh, yeah. It started cutting. I didn't realize it was into it already. Okay. Yeah, okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah, that's nice. And how much does it weigh? Did they say 4.8 ounces? I don't know. See, I don't do these very often, as you can tell. 4.9 actually ounces. You just don't go, I don't go throwing $500 all over the place. Although, LTK, 10% discount. Okay, 139 grams, but whatever. So it's not that heavy. And it's contoured here. And it's nice. And they had some that had, milling on them like that. There were some variants. And I think still available as of now. Let's take a look at this. So they said 3.5, and it's that. It's not quite 3.5 cutting edge, but 3 3/8, and then here it's more like 3 3/4 at the base of this bolster, and then out here 8.2, maybe something like that, and 20, not quite 21, but 20.8 centimeters. Wow. Okay. That's not too far off of like my Spyderco Paramilitary 2. So this is not a huge knife, but it's definitely a full size carry. I was going to say EDC. I don't know who else is going to EDC this. Now, what if they made this in a G10 version or something with, I don't know, with Nitro V or something? That'd be kind of interesting, wouldn't it? I like the design. This wouldn't be bad just to have something like this as, as an everyday carry. Yeah, it's not that fat either. 0.5 at 12.8 millimeters, and then 3.4 millimeter blade stock at 0.13. So 3.4 millimeter blade stock is pretty much the same blade stock as this. This is like 3.4, 3.5 here on the Spyderco. And then the Spyderco here, since it's flat and it's not contoured, it's 0.46 and this is 0.50. So not a lot of difference. This one is heavier by an ounce than the Spyderco is. But yeah, it feels good in the hand. Reverse grip feels good too. And there's my balance point. That's easy to find. Wow. That's way cool. Yeah. It's really nice. Alvin Lee's done some really interesting stuff. And so yeah, I mean, I believe he's been at that booth before. Have you ever seen him at Atlanta Blade Show? This and that. I believe he's been there. And then, of course, David, who's the head of Reate, has been there. I've met him on several occasions. And then I guess you put your lanyard through here, but it's not much of a show, is it? It's pretty subdued there. And of course this is under here. So there's the screw underneath that's holding that in. And then there's the Alvin Lee on this side. But yeah, under here, 24 of 25. Wow. No. It's sharp out of the box. It's a hand rub. Elmax. And it's not a lot of billboarding, is it? It's this, but it's really a very sophisticated look, isn't it? It's a really classy, kind of expensive look, and it's not inexpensive, it is expensive, but the zero hardware look, and I imagine these are number 5s maybe number 6s, I'm thinking. Number 6 is in here. So, and I wonder, hold on, I have this. This is not going to make it, okay? So you have to have something more like, this. And is this a number? That's a number 5, so it's probably too small. Yeah, it's a number 6, but something like this, we'll get down in there and break that free, and then you can open it up and check it out. Very nice. Love it. Love it. Throw this up on my Instagram, see what people say. I haven't really seen a lot of response other than I watched Melissa on her YouTube short. But I haven't watched anybody else do a video on this because I haven't been looking for that. Been kind of busy. So I was talking to Birdshot, Frankie, and about... they were saying, do you watch a lot? I go, I don't watch a lot of other YouTube videos. And they go, well, we don't either. you know, if you have a channel, you're pretty busy. So, yeah, I don't get the opportunity to do that unless I'm really looking for information that I can't find anywhere else. Yeah, then I will. But this is nice. The Mantis. Hell of a lot of work went into this. And then the Zirku tie, right? That's nice. Chad Nichols, no less, right? Way cool. I'll put a link to White Mountain Knives and also to Crane Cutlery, right? You can check that out. I've got a discount code for White Mountain Knives, but I don't for Crane. I mean, you know, I've bought stuff from them at the Atlanta Blade Show before because they've just got interesting stuff, and a lot of times it hasn't actually come out in the market, but you can get it at the show, whether it's like Blade West or Texas Blade or SHOT or whatever. SHOT, you can't buy anything technically, all right? But Atlanta, of course, and the other two, yes, you can. But SHOT will be the one where they're kind of showing what's going to come at you at either Texas Blade or Atlanta. And this is way cool. Yeah, it just struck my fancy. I need to check in on NOC knives and maybe also, you know, just keep up with Kunwu. You like that? Kunwu knives are really cool. And I haven't talked to Sergio in a long time, so that would be way ass cool. I really haven't kept up so much on Wii knives. And, you know, God, the Exciton was great. The Ziphius was great. They just made so many beautiful knives. And they still do. And their fit and finish is, you know, wonderful. And this is way cool. I like the fact that this is not a frame lock. That's nice as well. Good looking. Yeah, check it out. See what you think. All came in this little box. Didn't seem like a very big box. But, you know, really good looking knife there. That's for sure. Love it. Okay, let you go. You guys, links down below. And you guys, stay sharp.